can write a check, you can put cash in. Some people even put gambling chips in the offering plate. I'm not kidding. Because it's really giving not only to his church, it's giving to the Lord. So Dr. Lynn, would you be a scripture on your heart, whatever's in your heart, because you're my mentor. Do whatever you want.
The Lord shared with me the word stewardship. You know, Paul the Apostle thought very highly of stewardship of his calling and ministry. Let's pray. Let's believe, God, that our vision will even expand and extend and do more effectively than ever before. Father, in Jesus' name, I thank you for the privilege of being part of this great work right here at ICLV.
And the buckets are going to go around the aisles. Go ahead and give as the Lord leads your heart.
What it do? Shout out to Johnson. Salute. What it do? 1 second. What the business is? Let's get it, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. You know, Vergil Ortiz got exposed last night. Vergil Ortiz got exposed last night, or yesterday by Oscar Della Hoya. Give me 1 second. Make sure this. I don't know why YouTube always starts you at 720 pixels or 420 pixels. But yeah, man. Come on, you want to get on camera? Come on, your time to shine. It's time to shine. He said, "What up, though?" He said, "I'm still out here. Old man, still out here." Y'all know he ain't made a guest appearance in a minute. All right. Go pick up a toy. No, I don't want to rub you. Not right now. But yeah, man. So Vergil Ortiz sued Oscar. He using Canelo lawyer that got Canelo out the deal. Also, it came to my attention that he turned down $7 million. He wanted $7 million for the fight when the offer was $3 million. Now, apparently, with this, you know, pro Vergil Ortiz people are saying, oh well, he signed the fight originally. Of course, he signed the fight originally because he knew Boots wasn't going to take it. He knew Boots was trying to unify, and Boots wasn't even in his weight class, and he wasn't willing to go down in weight. So my whole thing is, what was the point of Boots moving up in weight when you didn't have a belt? He had the belt. If anything, you should have got your fat ass and moved down, but you couldn't move down. You couldn't move down. You know, this is a dude in his third weight class. He always talking about going to another one. He didn't have a title at 40, didn't get a title at 47, didn't get a title at 154. So, I mean, for the most part, let's call it what it is. He already talking about going to middleweight. So, Turkey, from what I remember, offered him $5 million. Now he asking for $7. Now he asking for $7. He don't want to fight, bro. Boots took whatever they was giving Boots, whether it was 3, whether it was 5, whatever they was giving to Jerron Boots Ennis, he took it. He willing to fight. I feel like he should be applying more pressure verbally on you know, on Vergil Ortiz, but that's just my opinion on it. Okay. But you know, ultimately, when you look at everything that's going down, Vergil Ortiz look bad. You know, Oscar clapped back. Read the article first and foremost, but Oscar did clap back. So give me 5 seconds. So we're gonna put up the article. So Oscar basically was saying like, yo, you know, but he sued him. And you know, one thing about it, they stripped Tank too. They made him champion in recess. So he should have been stripped. But that's another story for another day, right? Uh but Oscar been through this with Ryan before. He been through this with Canelo Alvarez before. Zuffa just signed Jaya Tapa. He been through this multiple times. Canelo, Vergil Ortiz, and Lord knows who else, then legally been with him. Marquez said that he stole some money from him. Alleged that Oscar stole some money from you. Remember that song by was it the Digital Underground featuring Tupac? The same song. Remember that shit? But Vergil Ortiz Jr. sues Golden Boy. Now I've read it in the video, but we gonna speed read it through here, right? So, in the lawsuit, let's read this first on this one. Ortiz's attorney is Gregory Smith, who oversaw the efforts of another star fighter, Canelo Alvarez, to lead Golden Boy due to breach of contract and other grounds, right? He said in the lawsuit, Smith writes Ortiz has the right to split with Golden Boy if his streaming agreement with DAZN expires, which Smith claims it did on December 31st, even though a smaller Golden Boy card stream on Friday night, here headlined by welterweight contender Raul Carriel. I think he fought Alexis Rocha. Golden Boy is contending that it's still negotiating with DAZN for a renewal, but De La Hoya effort to strike a deal for Ortiz and Ennis is complicating the situation. Insider told boxing scene. Now, it's being said that that in order to get a new multi-year deal with DAZN, Oscar De La Hoya got to make this fight. De La Hoya has proposed a 60-40 split in Ortiz's favor with Ennis, 35-0, 31 KOs, potentially left with a 35% split if he loses because of the 5%. Ennis promoter Eddie said the talks started with 50-50 and the winner receiving the 5%. So whoever loses, the winner get 55, the loser get 45, right? Smith is seeking for the U.S. District Court in Nevada to provide clarity on the Golden Boy DAZN situation after Ortiz moved to end his promotional rights agreement with Golden Boy last week, a move the promoter refuted on Tuesday. Smith provided background in the lawsuit with De La Hoya. Quote, although Mr. De La Hoya had a legendary boxing career, he has a history of substance abuse, rocky relationships, and other boxing promoters. In recent years, he has unprofessionally attacked his peers and other luminaries on social media platforms, including his weekly Instagram rants, in which he often concludes by telling various boxers and boxing promoters to F they self. Quote, to protect Ortiz from the ramifications of Mr. De La Hoya's behavior and other boxing industry forces and factions, the PRA contained as a provision, section .3K, requiring Golden Boy to work in good faith with other promoters as necessary to negotiate Ortiz's preferred opponent, and also allowing Ortiz representatives to directly negotiate with other promoters. The same clause prevented Golden Boy from engaging in negotiations behind Ortiz's back by requiring Golden Boy to fully disclose the terms of any written offer and requiring Ortiz to be a signatory to any agreement related to him fighting. So basically, this is where it gets sticky at. So basically, he has to be involved. He has to be involved in he has to be involved with he has to be involved in negotiation. So basically what you about to hear is this deal that they struck with Ortiz and or they struck with Ennis and Matchroom. Ortiz didn't know about it. But De La Hoya did not immediately respond to messages left by boxing.com regarding the Smith lawsuit. Smith, also Ortiz's attorney, pointed to the legal language pertaining to the DAZN matter. He said in the event the promoter distribution relationship with DAZN terminates for any reason, the promoter does not have an agreement in principle in place for an exclusive distribution relationship with the alternative broadcaster, then Boxer shall have the right to terminate his agreement. So he said that's in the contract, allegedly. Smith said Golden Boy responded that the promoter provided information that drafts for a potential DAZN Golden Boy extension through 2027 have been exchanged. Smith attached a legal quote of President's quote, an agreement to agree at a future time is nothing. So I don't. So what? I mean, he's right. At Mr. Ali. All right. So basically, here we go. Ortiz hoped that Golden Boy would work with Ennis promoter to strike a deal, and Smith further explained in the lawsuit, quote, it was the hope that Ortiz, that the bout with Ennis, which was considered to be one of the best matchups in the sport, would attract the eye of Turki Al-Sheikh, a boxing fan and chairman of Saudi Arabia General Entertainment Authority. At Mr. Al-Sheikh's direction, Saudi Arabia has been a significant sponsor of boxing matches in the last few years, both in Riyadh and outside of the KSA, such as September 2025 bout with Canelo and Terence Crawford in Las Vegas. But, quote, instead of working in good faith with all box promoters to assure a boxer's maximizes his exposure and revenue opportunities, Mr. De La Hoya publicly attacked Mr. Al-Sheikh and Zuffa Boxing, Mr. Al-Sheikh's new partner with the leadership of the USC. In December 2025, Mr. De La Hoya posted to his Instagram with explicitive field rants and saw on the project and all involved. Through this and other actions, Golden Boy Promotions actively undercut any opportunity to maximize Ortiz's potential earning from the Saudi-backed sponsorship. So he basically saying that De La Hoya took money out their pocket by beefing with Turki Al-Sheikh. Now, my thing is this: if you want to really dig deep into that, also, you know, Turki and Eddie ain't had the best relationship. They do things every now and again, but you know, really he chose Dana White over them two marks. And in addition to that relationship with Eddie and with Ennis, and with Ennis and Turki kind of had a falling out. Ennis asked him for a couple tune-ups allegedly. That was according to Turki, if my memory serves me correctly. Allegedly, and Turki said no. Call me when you're ready for a big fight. So I don't know if it's on the Ennis side of things, it's on the Ortiz side of things with Turki, where Turki was like, you know what, when I wanted to make the fight, y'all ain't want to make the fight. I'm washing my hands, but I ain't gonna solely put that on De La Hoya. You know, there was multiple things that happened there, but you know, De La Hoya basically is the one that's, you know, kind of more than likely taking shots at Turki, talking about doing fights within the US and keeping fights here in the US and all that stuff. So it is what it is. Although Golden Boy did not disclose it to Ortiz, or here we go, right here. He said in December 2025, a meeting between Golden Boy Promotions Ortiz representative, Golden Boy presented an offer for the bout with Mr. Ennis. It insists, despite the PRA requirement, that Ortiz be offered at least 3 opponents for any bout, that if Ortiz did not agree to fight, that he will be benched and not presented with any other opportunities. Golden Boy Promotion also threatened that it will publicly blame Ortiz and his team for the fight with Ennis not happening if Ortiz did not agree to the sole offer presented, Smith, his attorney, said. So, I mean, that sounds about right. Like, at the end of the day, if you want to fight Ennis, what do you need two other possible opponents? If you locked in on fighting Ennis and the zone say, hey, we ain't doing no other fight. This fight got to be made for them to get their deal. We willing to give you $3 million. You never had the world title. You know, at the end of the day, it's take it or leave it from the zone. We don't want to put on a Fondor fight. We don't want to put on an Earl Spence fight. It's take it or leave it. That's coming from the distributor. That's coming from the broadcaster. I mean, what can you do about that? It's take it or leave it. You know, so for the most part, what do you need any other options if you want to fight Jerron Ennis? He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to take the fight. Although Golden Boy did not disclose it to Ortiz during the meeting, Ortiz came to learn through public comments of Mr. Hearn that there have already been meetings between Golden Boy, Matchroom Boxing, and his own, resulting in a written agreement related to terms for Ortiz and Ennis fight. Golden Boy Promotions never presented the document to Ortiz. Again, breaching its commitment to it in a PRA. My thing is this. I was telling him on X, he got mad at me on X when I said he dug Terence Crawford. He's like, I ain't never received no Crawford fight. This has been going on. You know what I'm saying? He trying to save face. I'm telling y'all what it is right now. He trying to save face. That's all it is. He trying to save face. He trying to, look like he on the right side of it. He trying to look like he on the right side of this, but in reality, he on the wrong side of it. That's the reality of it. He on the wrong side of it. He on the wrong side of this, bro. He don't want to fight Ennis. That's what it boiled down to. If y'all want to keep it a bean, he don't want to fight. He don't want to fight Jerron Ennis. Because at the end of the day, you know, why? We're gonna get to this point. Why price yourself out? That's my thing. Why price yourself out? And then, you know, they also received offers for you to fight Terrence Crawford allegedly, and Lord, who else? Lord knows who else. And it wasn't no problem. You didn't try to breach your contract to fight Terrence. Get out your contract to fight Terrence Crawford. Remember, he said that he called Terrence Crawford to see if Crawford coming back to 54. Why not hop on the phone directly with Jerron Ennis and see what the deal is? Why not plug in with Jerron Ennis and see? He not really trying to fight. He not doing his due diligence. He not turning over every stone. He not trying to negotiate nothing. Golden Boy don't have the money to pay him the difference between the 3 and the 7, right? So now they trying to say we need a 60-40 split to make it work. They agreed. They agreed that $3 million was enough. They agreed that $3 million was enough for this fight. It was adequate pay. He said, no, I want 7. We're going to get to that in a minute. But outside of him saying he wants 7, you got to remember also, I believe Turkey only offered him 5 for the fight. Same circumstances. Resume about the same. Never won a world title. A title won't be on the line if that matters. 7 is 7. I mean, 5 is 5. Now you taking a $2 million pay cut in the zone saying y'all worth the 3 ball. I thought that was good money. You know, Brian Norman was a champion, fought Devin Haney and made 3. But I remember Rick Merritt was saying, well, all these other fighters around here are making all this money and they have the money to give us, and you don't earn the money. Your fighter never been a world champion. You know, your fighter has never won a world championship, and nobody know who he is. So I don't really understand where people think like women, where money just grow on trees. Even if even though if I didn't go out there and kill it, I still get to eat with the tribe. No, nigga, go eat some nuts and leaves. You eat what you kill in this industry. You know, there were also the type of efforts to vilify and blame Ortiz and Mr. Mirrigate that Golden Boy had threatened when Ortiz turned down the fight offering Ortiz in December. And at the end of the day, of course, y'all turned down an offer that your promoter thought was adequate. Matchroom thought was adequate. Jerron Ennis probably accepted, if it was 50-50, he accepted the same $3 million. If you go to Zone, everybody thought the money was adequate except for Ortiz and Mirrigate, because guess what? Ortiz didn't want to fight. His daddy told you what was up right from the beginning. When they brought it up before the Lubin fight, he said, we're not doing no Jerron in this fight. His daddy said it. So you already know what it's like. The fighter don't want to fight. And them niggas in Philly, you know what I'm saying? Let me say this about some of them niggas in Philly, bro. They have all this vitriol when it came to Terrence Crawford not wanting to fight. Y'all remember that shit? They had all this anger at Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford didn't want to fight. Am I lying? Oh, Terrence Crawford this, and he a duck, he a bad businessman. You know, when it came to Vergil Ortiz, you know what them niggas was saying on Jamil shit? Talk to Jamil Watson. Well, I think Vergil Ortiz want to fight, but I don't think. Nah, nigga. We heard the daddy say he didn't want to fight. We heard him don't want to say. Why don't niggas keep the same vitriol they got for other niggas for the other? Why niggas always got sympathy tears for non-blacks, but they got all this vitriol and malice for black people? Am I tripping? Excuse me. Devin ain't even do shit to them niggas. Devin ain't even do shit to them niggas. But he's a fake Muslim, and they had all this hatred for Crawford, and you know. But when it comes to, I think Vergil everybody knew Vergil didn't want to fight. Bunch of niggas, you know, Vergil is getting the ultimate G pass. They more harder on Brian Norman Sr. than Vergil. And Brian Norman Sr. he defeated Greg Hackett in the boxing ring. So really ain't nothing else to be said. Because, you know, when you ran into me, you could have did all the vile and nasty things that you said you was going to do. You ain't do it. Hans, salute. Hands. You could have did it. Because it's all back and forth. Your son leaving you. You know, at the end of the day, my son is a world champion. Greg, what did you make your son? Or will your son become a world champion? Maybe so, maybe not. But as long as your sons are successful in life and y'all successful, that's all that matter. But like I said before, they got more vitriol for people who look like them than Ortiz. Well, I think Ortiz wants to fight. No, he don't. He came out his own mouth and his father's mouth. These black people, and this is what I would say. I got a video about another video with Stephen A. coming, and this is my whole premise on shit like that, right? They mad. Stephen A. only a sellout because he's successful, right? In my opinion, Stephen A. is only a sellout because he's successful and he black and successful. Because you can't be in the industry a politician like Jasmine Crockett, which that bitch is a fraud. I don't know much about Joy Reid, but she was on like MSNBC or something like that. Y'all all in the industry, you know, and y'all, everybody in the industry for the most part is a sellout. Very rarely do you catch somebody in the industry that ain't a sellout. You know what I'm saying? So how one coon gonna call another nigga a coon, or one sellout gonna call somebody else a sellout? It's because he's successful. Nobody get attacked like a more likely than a successful black person. That's it. If you successful, you a sellout. No matter who in your arm, no matter, they gonna find a way. But I always tell y'all, the real coons and sellout is the people that keep perpetuating degenerate acts in the black community. Those are the real sellouts, not the black conservatives. You know, not even niggas like Anton Daniels. The real sellouts is people that keep procreating with Pookies and Ray Rays, being single mothers, stay on welfare, not trying to do right, not trying to raise their children, selling crack to their community, robbing their own people. Those are the real coons. Not who on your arm. That's down the list. Them the real coon ass niggas, man. And I'm just keeping it a bean. Coon activity is always directed on who you got on your arm and you know, oh, you successful and you moved out the hood. That's what they equate it to. Or you think you better than us. Nah, nigga, coons is y'all niggas who keep perpetuating single motherhoods, baby daddyism, generation after generation, and the curses never break. That's real shit. I can tell y'all that Brian Norman Sr., if we had like a trending topic rankings, even though all this shit came out about Vergil Ortiz, the malice meter was still higher for Brian Norman Sr. The malice meter is still higher than Brian Norman Sr. It's still higher. And at the end of the day, he should shut the fuck up. I agree with that. But at the end of the day, I mean, so be it. He did something that most of us will never be able to do, even inside the boxing. He got a son to a world champion. I think he's a good dude. I think he talked too much. Yeah, all these niggas daddy talk too much. Angel Garcia. I don't think Kenny talked too much, but but for the most part, yeah. Anybody gonna feel that type of way if they son, they son break up. But guess what? I guarantee he understand, because his son gotta go be his own man. And if his son slip and fall and bust his head and it's the wrong decision, guess what? He gonna be right there. He gonna be right there to support his son. If his son succeed, yeah, it's gonna be some sour grapes. But guess what? He gonna be right there, and his son is gonna be right there, and they're gonna be succeeding. They're still gonna be a team, and that's still your son. But for Ortiz, all this information to come out about Ortiz, and he still don't get ripped the way he should get ripped, that's disgusting. But I told y'all, man, a lot of these fucking media members, they get paid or they get threatened for their credentials to get snatched, so they speak like this. So that's why you seen it was this big ass issue with Zuffa Boxing. This is why you see everybody had an issue with Zuffa Boxing. Everybody had an issue with Zuffa Boxing because they knew it was going to be a new turn of leaf in power. So if Zuffa and Turkey come in, now all the ass kissing I did with Eddie and all the ass kissing I did with PBC and all the ass kissing I did with Oscar De La Hoya, now, the new press credentials coming out. Now you got to go form a new relationship with Turkey Al-Sheikh. I was the new people that's doing the YouTube deal. Now you got to kiss their ass. Now you have to build new reputations. All that whole ass shit they did in the past, the blast from the past, gonna bite them in their ass. Now you got to go gargle with salt water. You got to go floss your teeth, brush your teeth to go suck somebody else's meat. Yeah, that was bars. John said, no lies, I see regularly. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. I mean, just peep game. Nobody gets more hatred than a successful black person from the black community. So it said Golden Boy by quote, Golden Boy Promotions by engaging, that's what GBP stand for, by engaging in aforementioned acts and omission or by authorized and or ratifying such acts, engaged in willful, malicious, intentional, oppressive, despicable conduct and acted with willful and conscious disregard for the rights, welfare, and safety of Ortiz. The safety? Therefore, I guess the fan pull up on him, nigga, you duck. Therefore, justifying the award of punitive and exemplary damages in amount to be determined. So they are suing Golden Boy for money. They want money to leave. Well, PG said, you pay a bitch to stay, I pay a bitch to leave. He said, contacted by Boxer Scene. So Golden Boy said this, not at all. Smith said, just Golden Boy Promotion involved. Golden Boy has released the following statement. We're aware of the lawsuit. Unfortunately, Vergil Ortiz is getting bad advice from his lawyer manager, who have repeatedly violated the contract. We will aggressively defend the lawsuit and enforce our rights. We are confident the judge will agree that our contract is valid and Vergil and his team are in breach. So at the end of the day, that relationship is cooked. It's cooked. It's cooked. And that's why he threatened to sue Rick Merrigan. That's why he threatened to sue Rick Merrigan, y'all, because he knew they was about to sue him. So it's like, oh, you suing me, I'm gonna sue y'all. We're gonna sue each other. And they want money to leave. So they trying to get money to leave. So I ain't mad. If you can get some money on the back, I'm with. If I'm being objective here, they both in the wrong. But if I had to say who more in the wrong, to keep it a bean, I just think Vergil don't want to fight, and that's the problem. That's it. I just think Vergil don't want to fight. So that's just my humble opinion on it. But I haven't watched this in this totality, so give me a minute. Let's get it.
Hey guys, we have a fight here in Palm Desert tonight, but I wanted to update you because I only speak the facts, which smokes the lies out and irritates others who are not telling the truth. So yesterday we sent a legal letter over to Vergil's manager, Rick Merrigan, demanding he stops interfering with the Boots Vergil negotiations. And of course, this morning we wake up and here's a lawsuit from Vergil Ortiz claiming he wants out of his Golden Boy contract. I mean, this is the same Vergil who told Ring Magazine, 2 months ago, that he couldn't be happier at Golden Boy. So what happened since then? Vergil's team hired a new attorney who is also Canelo's attorney. The same guy who sued to get Canelo out of his Golden Boy contract. Does that sound fishy to you? But this is all Rick Merrigan's agenda. I was just trying to make more money for my fighter. A 60-40, I believe he deserves it. And that's the reason why you want out of your contract? It just proves your agenda, Rick. Look, Vergil and his father are really nice people who don't deserve to be in the middle of Rick's bullshit. Vergil just wants to fight and not deal with the drama. Because I know him. He's a fighter. Look, and if the Saudis want to buy the fight, trust me, they will buy it. I just finished making a deal with them for Ryan Garcia versus Barrios next month. Look, they don't choose their favorite promoter. They choose the best fights to put on. And look, it's unfortunate that anyone can file a lawsuit in America without basis or facts, simply for the optics. But that's what this is. And whoever's going to interfere with our existing contract with Vergil Ortiz, we will take aggressive action against you. He is not a free agent. And we will prove that. And by the way, if you hate clapback, you're likely the topic of the week. And you're the problem in boxing. Have a great day.
All right, we're going to break down what he said because he said some shit that was full of shit. Just a little bit of shit that was full of shit.
Hey guys, we have a fight here in Palm Desert tonight, but I wanted to update you because you know I only speak the facts, which smokes the lies out and irritates others who are not telling the truth. So yesterday we sent a legal letter over to Vergil's manager, Rick Meridian, demanding he stops interfering with the Boots Vergil negotiations. And of course, this morning we wake up and here's a lawsuit from Vergil Ortiz claiming he wants out of his Golden Boy contract. I mean,
so he said, he sent the letter to Rick. Cause remember, he threatened to sue Rick first. So he sits here and he talk about, well, it's unfortunate. I'm paraphrasing. We get there. That anybody could file a lawsuit. You basically sent him a cease and desist. You basically sent him a cease and desist letter for, for again interfering in contract. Now, my thing is this: he's the manager. He got a job to do. Y'all had a negotiation without the manager, allegedly, the manager and his fighter knowing. Y'all did a deal, and y'all just talking about, we'll take the deal. Well, you kind of went over his head. They couldn't negotiate numbers, figures, nothing. So you left us out the negotiation, agreed to a deal, which meant, okay, we're going to get him to take this deal, and then we get the extension. Now they're not getting the extension because he don't want to take the deal. If this was a fight they feel they can win, they will win. But I agree with Rick Merrigan. You threatened to sue me. You said that on your Instagram channel. You sent me a cease and desist. Well, guess what? We went through the contract. You in breach of the contract. Canelo attorney already went through this. Guess what? They in trouble because you threatened to sue them first, and you threatened twice. It sounded like you did threaten on video, and you sent them a letter, maybe a cease and desist allegedly. And they really sued you. They didn't pump fake. They really sued your ass. And they got Canelo attorney. So of course anything can be good. Me and Joe can be cool tomorrow, but he do some whole ass shit or I do some whole ass shit and we fall out. What they got to do with price of tea in China?
this is the same Vergil who told Ring Magazine, 2 months ago, that he couldn't be happier at Golden Boy. So what happened since then?
Obviously, he's full of shit. What you mean? What happened? Y'all literally negotiate a deal behind his back, didn't tell him nothing. Now y'all don't have a TV deal because he said no, and he knows his contract.
Vergil's team hired a new attorney who is also Canelo's attorney. The same guy who sued to get Canelo out of his Golden Boy contract. Does that sound fishy to you? But this is all Rick Meridian's agenda. I was just trying to make more money for my fighter. A 60-40, I believe he deserves it. And that's the reason why you want out of your contract? It just proves your agenda, Rick. Look, Vergil and his father are really nice people who don't deserve to be in the middle of Rick's bullshit. Vergil just wants to fight and not deal with the drama. Because I know him. He's a fighter. Look, and if the Saudis want to buy the fight, trust me, they will buy it. I just finished making a deal with them for Ryan Garcia versus Barrios next month.
And I just let you right then and there. That let you know what the deal is. He ain't got no money left. They interested in Ryan Garcia, not Oscar.
Look, they don't choose their favorite promoter. They choose the best fights to.
And let me say something else too. And the Saudis helping PBC out and doing that with them, it smells of that. It reeks of that. It reeks of it. That fight is almost a month away, and they just not announced. They just not dropped the poster and announced it on Monday. The Saudis do bad business, bro. And I mean from a sense of a marketing standpoint of view. They do bad business.
Put on. And look, it's unfortunate that anyone can file a lawsuit in America.
And you just threatened to file a lawsuit on Rick Merrigan on camera. Then you turn around and send him papers. Basically saying, hey, say something else, Ninja. We gonna sue you. And he sued you. He said, oh, what? He was like, what, pussy? What? Shit. Do it. Fist that nigga, you won't do it.
Without basis or facts, simply for the optics.
So it's not a fact. You know, we know this lawyer is cold. He cold-blooded. He probably was a lawyer that got Canelo out of the zone deal or two, right? So the fact is this, right? So the facts are, so he's saying these are lies, that if you don't have a streaming deal and a deal lined up for a streaming service, the contract isn't terminated, or as it is terminated. Did y'all not negotiate behind his back? Was just a breach of contract? I mean, according to this lawsuit, they breached the contract at least 3 times I can think of off rip, and I only read it 2 times, right? According to this little release they put out there. So they breached the contract by not offering them 3 opponents and saying it's Ennis or go on the bench, right? Because that was predicated on a TV deal. So that's one breach that they're alleging. The second breach that they're alleging is the fact that they no longer have a TV deal with the zone, which I don't even think they really knew until Dan Raphael really said something. You know what I'm saying? So no TV deal with a major broadcast, then the contract is terminated. That's 2. So the third one that I could think of, and it may be a couple more in there, that y'all negotiated behind his back without his knowing. And they're alleging that those are 3 breaches. So they stand on 3 breaches in that contract. It's just not they standing on one thing. They standing on 3 things, and they might have 1 or 2 more that I don't remember that's in the article, or they might have some ace in the hole. They might have some more shit. And also they standing on the grounds that he's hurting the brand. This is the weakest one. His clapback Thursday and his verbal rants are hurting Vergil Ortiz's opportunity to work with other promoters. So those are 4 that they stand on. I think the 4th I just mentioned is the weakest. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the weakest. But the other 3, if those are proven in the contract, then you know they might have given some money and let Vergil go. And after Vergil, allegedly, this is Ryan Garcia's last fight. Them niggas on their knuckles over there. If they lose this lawsuit, and they really losing Ryan Garcia, and they lose Vergil Ortiz, all them niggas, man, niggas gonna be flipping steak at Outback. They gonna be flipping steak at Outback. They gonna be flipping steaks at Outback. They're gonna be Outback flipping steaks.
But that's what this is. And whoever's going to interfere with our existing contract with Vergil Ortiz, we will take aggressive action against you. He is not a free agent. And we will prove that. And by the way, if you hate clapback, you're likely the topic of the week. And you're the problem in boxing. Have a great day.
All right. So there's a number of things kind of swirling out there right now. So they said Durant confirms he's return on the Barrios Garcia undercard. So I'm fighting February 21st for a world championship against Richardson Hitchens. So they threw Hitchens on the Barrios and Garcia undercard. That's what Oscar Durant is saying. I mean, who cares? I think he might win that fight. I think niggas tired of Richardson Hitchens. But yeah. Sidetrack. Here we go. So apparently this wasn't in the original article. I don't know where they got this from, but you know. Bling bling. Every time you come around my city, bling bling. Ping ring, run down my 50, bling bling. Every time I buy a new ride, bling bling. He said, moreover, your comments about negotiation for a potential fight with Jerron Ennis are wildly inaccurate. I don't know where this come from. I don't know what article. Just seen it, right? Golden has offered Ortiz a guarantee of $3 million for that fight, $1 million more than the guarantee required by the agreement. So he got a bare minimum agreement of $2 million. A million, along with potential pay-per-view upside. Well, they know it ain't gonna be no upside. Niggas ain't buying that. In response, Mr. Ortiz demanded $7 million guaranteed. Bling bling. He want every time you come around my city, bling bling. He want to retire money, which is more than 3 times which is required under the agreement, and twice as much as Ortiz has ever made, or twice as much as he ever earned in his career. So they basically saying, 3.5. He made about 3.5, probably fighting over in Saudi. That demand is completely unreasonable, given that neither Mr. Ortiz nor Ennis has ever proven the ability to carry a pay-per-view event. Factual. Manifestly, Mr. Ortiz is acting in bad faith and making a whole unreasonable demand. I can agree with that one, Bob. I can agree with that. They don't want to fight. Rick Merrigan is known to do shit like this. Remember, he said 10 million. Remember, he said he wanted 10 million for his fighter. He said, we need 10 million. 10 million. Big Willie style. So this retirement money, man. Niggas say, I ain't gonna never get a world championship. So yeah, man, this nigga don't want to. The premise of this is where if I had to side with somebody, I side with Oscar. The premise of this is this: they don't want to fight Jerron Ennis. That's just as simple as that. The sad part is Vergil Ortiz is just proving the fact about the internet. Now I'll tell you something. When I talk about Ryan, Vergil Ortiz, Canelo, YouTube suppress my shit. Right, one day it's gonna be a lawsuit against YouTube for suppressing niggas' views and shit. So when I talk about these Hispanics, these Duxicans, when I put belt their ass on these Hispanics, they try to deter you from talking about certain subject matters, right? And slow your channel. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that. Can you feel it? I ain't stopping. I'm not these buster ass. See, the thing about me is I'm not these buster ass promotional companies or these buster ass media companies. I don't want to be in your fight. If I go to your fight, I can finance it myself. I don't need to go to your fight. I don't need your credentials. I don't need the interview. All these other niggas, man, when COVID hit, they was, re-uploading content, redoing interviews. They was trying to do shit that I do. One thing about me, dog, I ain't use no fight footage. I ain't need a nigga to interview, to come on this bitch and interview. This bitch was self-made based off my talents, my verbal talents, not no great editing skills, which I'm gonna step that up, by the way, soon. But talent and hard work. A lot of these niggas came up with finesse 2 times. I came up off a bitch. A lot of these niggas came up off a relationship with fighters. They came up off of interviewing with certain niggas and shit. And they love to interview with the other. As soon as the brother say something, man, if y'all really knew, that's why I be looking at these niggas that be interviewed. I'll be going through a lot of bullshit, bro. Especially if you black. There's one nigga that fight at welterweight. He on top rank. He did some hoe ass nigga shit, but it ain't for me to tell. He did some real hoe ass nigga shit, but niggas don't even know. I didn't interview Jack Catterall, Kenny Bayless, you name it, damn near Sugar Hill, you know what I'm saying? Jermaine Franklin, who fight got canceled today. I think Moses Atama got injured. I like both of them. Jermaine Franklin, good dude, bro. My shit wasn't talking to these niggas, none of that shit, nigga. Knowledge, bro. I done came up with terms. We didn't came all types of shit. A lot of these niggas got, man, if they couldn't put a camera in a nigga face, these niggas wouldn't be successful. Real talk. That's a fact. But all this pretty much stems from the fact that Vergil Ortiz don't want to fight. And one thing you notice about it, nobody is literally going in on Vergil Ortiz like they should be. It's a couple brothers on here who really putting belt to ass on Vergil Ortiz, but it's the same way how they insinuate, certain people take steroids, right? But the steroid guys who got popped, they don't say nothing about them. They don't say nothing about him. The guys that actually got popped for steroids, they don't say nothing about him. And then in what world do Vergil Ortiz deserve 100 and deserve 60-40? If we be in a being, if we be in a hundo, Jerron Ennis the A side. If we be in a hundo, Jerron Ennis the A side, my boy. Look at the gate numbers. Look at the TV numbers. We got some more shit for you. Metro Bowman wants some more. Is that what his shit say? Yeah, I gotta go to the gym. So I don't gotta wrap this up. I go to the gym. We gotta go paintball today. Pray for last time I paintball, I didn't go to it. But they had automatic paintball guns. I had, the shit that you rent, unfortunately. But let's go.
Nice video, Oscar. I loved it. Oscar, look, I'm not Bill Haney. I'm not these other people that you get into it with and it's just nasty talk bad about you. I actually respect you very much. I think you've done a lot of good things in the sport of boxing for fighters and the sport in general. And you're right, Oscar. We were all happy, been happy until we weren't. Why aren't people happy? It's not hard to understand. In life, you communicate. Your relationships, business, personal, it's all communication, Oscar. And when the communication breaks down and you stop, that's usually when the problems happen. I didn't do anything wrong, and you know that. But it's okay. Like I said, I'm never going to say a negative word about you, never going to bash you. Nothing of the sort. So you have fun with your clapback Thursdays, and just look, this is not a boxing ring where you're going to beat the fuck out of me till I can't see straight and probably kill me. We're not in a boxing ring. I'm undefeated in my position. Go and look at my resume and see when I've lost. Because I've only went to war or defended my fighter when I've had no choice. You know I've called you and texted you. We're grown men. We're supposed to just talk it out. That's what grown men do. Instead of disintegrating all these people in the marketplace that you do business with and jeopardizing your fighter's well-being by talking so disgusting about all of them, you should stop and reflect what that does. You should. You can buy and sell every person you just about come in contact with, including me, probably 1,000 times over. But that's not what we're discussing here. You don't need boxing. You don't. Boxing's a giant headache for you. And that's why I respect you so much, because there's a lot of good that you do. But in this case, unless you're blind, deaf, dumb, can't read, it's very simple. Read the complaint. Read the promotional agreement. Read the clauses that have been breached. To say that I can't negotiate and I'm the manager when there's these clauses that are black and white is hilarious. That's why managers exist. And look, I know your life has been different. A lot of people have taken advantage of you. You don't trust people. It's been chaotic from the start. And if you had me managing you, you probably wouldn't have had these problems. But I get it. I get it. And if you called me, like I called you and texted you just to talk, I'd always take your call. But at some point, you got to take responsibility. It's like a road. When you're on the asphalt and it's bumpy, it's your own asphalt. So do what you need to do. Make more funny videos, jeopardize shit, or you could always call me. Like I said, nothing but respect for you. You're actually my favorite fighter, and that's no secret. I've said that publicly. I've spoken great about you, and I always will. This is just business. So that very judge you're talking about, please do. I can't wait to hear what he says. Not worried at all. Never will be. Because I come from a very good place for these fighters. And you are a fighter and should respect that. And in closing, I didn't hire a new lawyer. This guy is the same lawyer that made Vergil's contract 3 years ago. I didn't go get him to be an asshole or do anything. I got him because he's very good and knows his shit. And so do I. But I wish nothing for the best for you. I mean that. And I will pray for you tonight. And again, you have a great company, a great staff. And I mean that. Very good people at Golden Boy. No question about it. But I have a job to do. And you need to respect that. And you may not agree with me, and that's okay. But that disrespect that you do to everybody, karma's a motherfucker. God doesn't like that. Just slow down. And again, anytime you ever want to talk to me, I'm here. Nice video.
So at the end of the day, this is a guy that understands they're going to war. This is a guy that you want on your team. I say that because he didn't incriminate his fighter. He made their case a lot stronger. Oscar De La Hoya with Clapback Thursday made their case strong. I'm talking about Vergil Ortiz. Eddie Hearn made Vergil Ortiz's case strong by talking to the media. Had Eddie Hearn said they didn't said nothing about their negotiations, guess what? Well, nobody knew that they had negotiations. Think about that for a minute. When nobody knew they had negotiations. So Eddie Hearn, in that lawsuit, Eddie Hearn was the reason that they knew they had negotiations. Eddie Hearn knew that. So if Eddie Hearn didn't say nothing, and he shut the fuck up, it wouldn't be as bad. It wouldn't be as bad. So this is a guy who didn't incriminate his fighter. This is a guy that didn't compromise the case that they had. Because he get back name calling and talking shit, negotiating on wax. You're a hypocrite. You know, you're doing the same thing that Oscar De La Hoya did. So this is smart. Took the high road, gave compliments. And he said, just, hey, have some transparency. Talk to us. You know, and he set the record straight. De La Hoya stay lying. He said, hey, this ain't a lawyer we went to go get. You know, we been had this lawyer. He did the contract, dummy. He did the contract. He did the contract. So Oscar De La Hoya continues to be found for lies. De La Hoya stay fucking lying. But the premise of all of this is that regardless if Oscar is negotiating in bad faith or negotiating without them knowing, all right, it don't matter, in my opinion. It doesn't matter because it all boils down to one thing. Vergil Ortiz does not want to fight Jerron Ennis. Because Jerron Ennis can sit here and say this. Jerron can say, I really deserve the lion's share. I have gate numbers. I have better ticket gate numbers. I'll probably do better numbers on the zone, streaming wise. I've been the Ring Magazine champion. I've unified belts. I've won multiple belts. My numbers are better back home in Philly. Why am I taking 50-50, let alone 60-40 from you just because you're a Mexican? Your last fight at home was empty. You know, your last fight at the crib was empty. So in reality, you know, Jerron Ennis could have asked for a lot more than 50-50 or a little bit more than 50-50. He wanted to make the fight happen. I wish he verbally you know, verbally, I forgot. They just updated me on paintball, so I gotta see where the fuck I'm going. Sorry, y'all. I gotta see. I know where I'm going, but if we gonna be outside, bro, yeah, send the link to the website. I'll tell you. Last time I went to pay, I got any questions? I'm gonna read y'all comments. Any more questions? I am. Last time I went paintball, I was in Prattville, Alabama, and I used to live in Alabama, bro. So, long story short, I was supposed to go to the aquarium in Atlanta. I was like, nah, I'm gonna go roll with the bros today. These old southern ass niggas took me to paintball in Prattville, Alabama. It's like a suburb of Montgomery. I said, I'll go. We get there. I'm not good at Halo. I ain't good at Call of Duty. Like 3 of these niggas is military brats, you know. So they're like, hold down the bunker. Okay, I can do that. But we playing against these white kids, right? So you gotta remember, we all the bros got standard stock paintballs. The white boys had the automatic weapons with the extra little holder. Boy, they was tearing our ass up, boy. My shit, they shit, dog. I had the gear on, so they gave us this little helmet. This shit looked like some Halo shit. So I'm ducking. Dog, this white boy hit me with a paintball in my neck. Understand? I got the helmet on, the gear on. Like most of my shit is covered. He popped me in my neck. He hit me so hard the ball didn't bust. It didn't hurt, but it hurt. And I'm like, I'm out. I could have just stayed. I said, I'm out. Them motherfuckers had, dude. Them motherfuckers had. I'm like, hold on. Watch it. Troop, they shit. Man. They like, dog, you suck. No shit, nigga. Y'all, most of y'all niggas, man, I ain't never did this shit before. Yeah, military niggas had you running miles and shit. And I'm like, look here, dude, I don't want to wake up and do no push-ups, nigga. Let me know when the hoes come over. Let me know when y'all niggas get y'all drinking phase. Let me know when y'all get the liquor. Let me know when y'all get the motherfucking liquor. You feel me? Let me know when y'all have fun. Niggas was talking about doing like suicides on the football field every 5 years. I looked at that nigga like he was crazy. I'm like, you know what, nigga? I got homework to do. Niggas out of their mind. Military niggas, y'all be out of y'all motherfucking mind. Military niggas be out. I don't know how y'all niggas do it. Niggas out of their mind. I should have took my ass to the ATL aquarium. But no, we had fun though. That shit was fun as fuck. He said those Hispanics talked all that shit up, and this black fighter ain't this and that, but they want double the money. It's nasty work. Shit, more than double. Double is $6 million. He wanted an extra $1 million on top of the double bacon with extra cheese. He said, throw another fucking making a triple, nigga. He said exactly. They don't want to fight. That's the problem. They don't want to fight. They don't want to fight. So you can take away Oscar breaching a contract. All the premise of all of this is they don't want to fight, bro. Shout out to my boy Gino from New Orleans. He said the manager corny. Hey man, why don't y'all fire y'all coach so he can come be our OC? We had Kellen Moore first in Detroit. You gotta remember he was our backup quarterback. Why don't y'all fire Kellen Moore and send him to Detroit? We'll give y'all Coney Island for Kellen Moore. He going in. He said that this Vergil manager. Well, damn, I blame Robert Garcia then. That's Vergil manager. Robert Garcia don't really say much. He ain't got no power. He's articulate. Yeah, sound like he got a little nigga in him. Sound like he might be a little bit mixed. He said, for real, just chilling and talking his shit. He said, no way, Oscar line again. I don't believe it. He was being sarcastic. He said Vergil was still a prospect. Yep, protected prospect. No title fights yet. We see a boots sell better in Philly than Vergil does in Cali and Texas and in Atlantic City. Laugh out loud, boy got war stories, no kizzy. He said, Javier said Boots should go see if Mazaliev wants to fight for the vacant for the IBF belt. Mazaliev, when do they fight? Hold on. When do they fight? I think it's next weekend. I think it's next weekend because they boom. Ain't shit really popping today. Callum Walsh, they fight on this the Callum Washington. Carlos Ocampo is the first Zuffa card. I watch that next week. It's Friday. Raymondo Mortella fights Saturday versus Andy Cruz. Khalil Cole, Jesse Hart. Hey, I might tune in for that one. Mike Jones on the undercard. Israel Madrimov on that card too. So Israel Madrimov fight on his own card next week. That ain't a bad card. Yep, they fight the 31st, Mazaliev and Kelly. With Tio, Stevenson, Sanders Eyes. Yeah, it's a good day, man. You know, if you a content creator, you go, hey, next week is pretty good too. Yeah, Friday. Saturday. Yeah. I went to go see Ari Spears last night. Hey, Kobe, I went to go see your New York brother Ari Spears last night. Ari Spears is funny though. I give him that. His show was nice. I got some tickets at the hold on. I gotta fill out a fucking waiver. Yep, there we go. I fill this waiver out. Y'all any questions, I'll answer them though. But yeah, I seen Ari Spears last night, Kobe. It was funny though, bro. I started to get a shirt, but that line was too long. That line was too long. I'm like, shit. I'm gonna go see Deion Cole on Valentine's Day. So yeah. 913 Boxer salute. He said, laughing, I got homework to do. He said, I rocks with Kelly. Now, I see the vision. No, see that nigga back to Detroit. How about that? Y'all can get, and we might get Mike McDaniels up in the D. It's a wrap. We get Mike McDaniels up in Detroit, nigga. Shit. I don't mind Art Smith neither, though. But nigga, Chicago gonna win. Tomorrow, Denver, New England, Chicago, the 49ers. That's how I'm feeling. He said, "Did you see Giles?" Yeah, I saw. I just said that I just said that a couple minutes ago, or a while ago. He said, "I thought that fight was today." No, it's supposed to be Jermaine Franklin and Moses Atama today, but Atama I think got injured. I didn't even read long enough. 1 to 10, how was the show? I came in at the end because I got off work, but I would say for what I seen, nigga was funny as hell. I ain't gonna cap. That shit was like a 8. Yeah, he was funny as fuck. I ain't gonna cap. I give a nigga credit. Nigga was funny as hell. We was on the floor too. We had VIP seats and shit. So yeah, that shit was funny as hell. I'm gonna go see Deion Cole too, bro. I know Deion Cole gonna be funny than the motherfucker. He said, "Tom, hey man, I gotta get Ari Spears credit where credit is due." Kobe said he gonna do a video with Ja Topper. I don't know what Kobe channel. I don't know. Is your channel name the same as your comment in there? I guarantee it ain't. How much I'm gonna bet? Kobe ain't got the same name on here as he got as his channel name. If he do, I'm gonna give everybody in here $5. I guarantee it's not the same channel name. That nigga lying. I'm about to click on it. That nigga lying. That nigga lying. Well, you can't even click on there, so don't even worry about it. It don't even matter. Oh, yeah, you can. Hold on. I want to go to this nigga channel. Oh, you can't. So it don't even matter. That nigga lying. I'm on that nigga lying. That nigga lying. That nigga lying. Oh, yeah, I still owe you some shoes. I mean, let me know what you want, bro. I'll get you them Joel Embiid Skechers. That'd be a good deal for Kobe. I'll get you like 10 Joel Embiid Skechers. They probably like, or you want some LaMelo balls, or you want some Jais. Hold on. I got 5 minutes to do this. We gonna put it up in the chat. We gonna let niggas on the page determine what you get. That's that. Come on, we can see Kobe with these on. For sure. Why not? These, I'll get you every color pair of these bitches. Or these. Oh, them bitches fire. What make Kobe? Come on, man. I can see you with these on, bro. Come on, man. The SpongeBob's. Come on, Kobe. You a flamboyant ass, Harlem colorful ass nigga. I keep computers puting. Baby, you do this because you want to shoot in a quarter, whatever. I can see it with these shits on. A couple pair of Jokic's, we'd be good. Well, a couple pair of Jokic's, why not? Why not? We hear you, nigga.
Negro, please.
What's wrong with that?
Nigga, don't get me no goddamn nigga. Hell no. Hell no.
No, to these two?
Nah, we not. Nah, I'm good, bro. We're good.
These two? What's wrong with your eyes?
Nah. Whatever the next hot pair of J's come out.
No, I ain't buying no Jordans. I can't do Jordans no more, man. I'm anti-Jordan.
What you mean you anti-Jordan?
Yeah, man. Isaiah Thomas said I got to get my Jordans away. So I can't do Jordans.
You sent me the bread and I want the Nike GT cut. Nike GT Future. There you go.
Nah, you get these.
Nah.
No,
and
these
part. Too.
Yeah, here you go.
Nope, I can't see it. I can't see it. Sorry, buddy. Blocking no sketches.
These ain't Skechers though.
Well, I don't know what they are. I ain't wearing no Jokic.
Why not? The Jokic's neither.
Only white man sneaker I'm wearing is Luka's.
Oh, I'll give you Luka's then. Get you two pair.
Nah, chill.
Jason Tatum's. Get these Doc Martens I got on the screen.
Who I look like? Gemini Hoops?
Get these Doc Martens I got on the screen.
Nah, we good, bro. I'll send you the
Nah, I'm gonna pick what I want you to get, nigga.
Nah, that's not the deal.
That's the deal.
That was never the deal.
That's the deal. Matter of fact, how about I get you a date? How about I get you a date with Nike? That's a good deal.
I could get that.
I'll pay for it too. Nigga, you ain't did it in 2-3 years. I'm gonna send her a link right now. Hold on. Let's see the Riz in action.
Send her the link.
He gonna be in this bitch bagging this shit.
Definitely not, nigga.
I wanna.
Nope.
Let's go get a chopped cheese. He gonna put his New York accent on. Let's get a chopped cheese, son.
New York too, so she gonna be like, I definitely want a chopped cheese. So what you talking about? Hey, you know she's from the Bronx. They love chopped cheese up there.
Man, good luck. You got to go pick her up too.
Of course, I got the beat.
Get the rental with the insurance.
Oh, I'm definitely
with the insurance. With the fucking insurance, I wouldn't go to the Bronx.
Hell no, nigga. You must be crazy.
Hell no, y'all niggas go to the Bronx. I ain't going to the Bronx.
I don't drive past.
Meet me halfway. What's halfway?
Halfway is about Brooklyn.
Meet me in Manhattan. Walk up a little bit more halfway.
A little
bit more halfway.
Meet me in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. That's halfway enough.
You gonna get injured walking down the street. I don't know why you don't want no Joel Embiid's.
Them shits is garbage. If
you're
not
wearing them,
if you wearing them, I'm still not wearing them.
I'm wearing them. I'll give me a pair.
Yeah, good luck with that, bucko.
I can't get you on Nike GTs. Them bitches impossible.
The GTs?
Them bitches impossible, bro.
Them shits is kind of impossible. I just named the first shoe that came to mind. Oh, I know.
Hey, them bitches them ones came out yesterday. The Wimbies, or is they what was they called? Wimbies or them Tim Duncans?
What's Tim Duncans?
The phone posits.
What color?
The nasty color. That purple color niggas used to paint their cars and it changed like purple to gold. They was on Snipes. My coworker got them.
Eggplant? Pause.
What?
It was like an eggplant.
What was they called? Yeah, like that.
Oh no.
They came out. They was on there like on Thursday. I don't think these was these one there. I think they might have been Wemby's shoe. Hold on. Hey, Wemby might be my favorite player, bro. One of them. I'm gonna find out what they was called. Hold on, let me see.
My favorite player, Michael Porter Jr.
He ain't better than Cade, but whatever.
He definitely not better than Cade, but no, actually, Cade might be my favorite basketball player right now. Not even gonna lie to you.
Hold on.
Especially after what he did to the Knicks the other day.
I can't even find them shits he had, man. He pulled them bitches up too. No, he put them up on that Hibbett site.
Hibbett be having the shoes, bro.
He put them shits. I'm gonna have to get the picture from you. He said chopped cheese date. Kobe gonna make her pay for it too.
Of course.
Bye.
It's the pimping, bro. You ain't heard what Sugar Free said?
Man. You ain't no pimp. New York ain't never had no pimps.
This is true.
You know, them niggas been there fucking.
We the home of the Max.
Yeah, and y'all niggas, they been in 30 years for pimping in New York. That's 80 years ago.
Yeah,
y'all the niggas we reason niggas got Rico fucking acts. Y'all niggas the reason for Rockefeller laws.
It's really not us. It's Harlem niggas. They're different. You see how Jim Jones and them be acting? That's Harlem.
What Dame Dash say? Why don't you tell people why you let a man punch you in your face and you didn't hit him back?
He called him Fredo. He don't even call him Cam. He said Fredo.
He said you don't even got $100. I was like, damn, Cam. He said you don't even got $100. That shit.
You see how them dudes in Harlem be acting? And that's what y'all be saying. Y'all be using them as the representatives for New York. Nah, bro, them dudes in Harlem, they really the kings of everything negative. It really come from Harlem.
Yeah, that is true.
If you think about
that
it,
is true.
Harlem. It's Harlem.
Snakes, snitching.
Yep. Look, even I talk highly about Guy Fisher. He ain't have to go sleep with Shemeka behind Nicky Barnes' back.
Yeah.
See?
Let me get out of here. I gotta work out and gotta get shot by paintballs today.
Oh damn. Yeah, I'm about to go to the gym too.
All right. Peace.
Stay
black. Gino, send Callum Moore this way.